Now, BJP Shrikant Tyagi, who remember abused and assaulted a woman, is likely to surrender. He's currently on the run. This after bulldozers rolled into a Noida housing society where he stays and brought down illegal structures which had been built by him. So sources to CNN News 18 now telling us that it's very likely that we could have BJP Shrikant Tyagi surrendering today. Let me bring in my colleague Nikhil Lakhwani, who in fact is joining us live on the broadcast from the Surajpur court in Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh. Nikhil, so right now we know that Shrikant Tyagi is on the run. There were multiple reports suggesting that possibly he could be in Rishikesh. There were teams dispatched from here as well. But now what are sources telling you?
So, Ridhima, as you have mentioned, we are currently reporting from outside the Surajpur court, which falls in the Greater Noida area. And these are the visuals. You can clearly see that the security has been beefed up. These are the personals of Noida police. They have been deployed outside the Surajpur court. Now, the reports are coming that the Shrikant Tyagi, who is currently on a run, who is currently absconding from the Noida city, from the Noida police, he is likely to surrender here. But these are as per the reports. But a while back, I had a word with senior police officials of the Noida police. They are saying that they are very much confident of his arrest. And Ridhima, as you have mentioned earlier as well, that different teams are formed and they are dispatched in different places, not just in Haridwar and Rishikesh, Tapovan as well. There are different places apart from these places where the teams have been dispatched from the Noida police. So they are very much confident that, in fact, the reports are suggesting that if he is not going to surrender, because the attempt which is being made by the Noida police is to not make him surrender, and before he even plans to surrender, or if he thinks about the same, before that move, Noida police is making sure that to arrest him, to nab him at the earliest. So the teams are formed, the raiding is already taking place. We have seen that the action which broke out this morning by the Noida authority, where the illegal encroachment carried out by him in the Grand Omex society in sector 93B of the Noida city, that how the illegal encroachment drive took place from the Noida authority. But the letter was written by the officials, by the society personals in the year 2019. So the action is being, it's taking place, and the Noida police is currently very much active. In fact, we have been told that after the drama which unfolded last night in the Grand Omex society, where some of the accused who were close to the main accused, they reached out to the residents of the victim women to actually threaten him, and the drama actually unfolded that night. So the six accused for yesterday night, they have been arrested by the Noida police. In fact, Noida Police Commissioner Alok Kumar, he is currently working round the clock. We have been told that he returned from the place of incident at 4 a.m. in the morning, and today as well he is very much active. So the teams of different places, they are formed, and the UP government also, the officials of the Noida police, the UP police personnel, they are also putting a close vigil over the situation. They are monitoring the situation because the orders have come directly from the city of Lucknow, from the capital of the Uttar Pradesh, and now we are expecting that if he is not going to surrender, he is likely to be arrested soon, which is being claimed because the Noida police officials are very much confident of the same. Back to you.
Nikhil, I'll request you to stay on with us. Let's bring in our colleague Yash, who in fact is joining us from the Grand Omax Society, Noida, where the bulldozers were in action earlier this morning. Yash, could you first talk to us about what really happened earlier in the morning? What was the kind of illegal construction that had been done by BJP Shrikant Tyagi, and what followed afterward?
So first of all, Shrikant Tyagi was claiming that he was a BJP leader, but the top leadership has denied that he has any sort of links with the Bharatiya Janata Party. And right now I'm standing at the very spot where all the action happened, where the part of the house which was constructed illegally was demolished by the authorities. Early in the morning, around 9 a.m., the authorities came first to inspect the area, to understand what all parts have been built illegally, and this action was taken after the society members and the society residents were continuously writing to the authorities, to the Noida authorities, about the illegal construction which this Shrikant Tyagi has done. Shrikant Tyagi has done in the society. You can see clearly in the visuals that the entire pavement, the roof, everything was demolished, was destroyed by the officials after repeated complaints which were filed. After that, so this is the front side of his house. There's also the back side of the house, which was also having some illegal construction, and that was also destroyed by the officials over here. The officials for now have left this area, have left the Grand Omax from sector 93, from where we are reporting. But soon after the demolition was done, there was a press conference also which was addressed by the residents of the society, specifically the women residents of the society, who said it's a battle won, but it's a half battle won, because Shrikant Tyagi is still at large, he's still at run, and what they're demanding is that that guy should be arrested by the police as soon as possible, as he is a possible threat to the people of the society. As what happened last night over here was one example that Tyagi's arrest is very important right now.
Correct. And there is a lot of pressure that is mounting on the state officials to act as well. I'll request my colleagues to stay on with us. We're getting some other updates coming in as well. We're now understanding that Shrikant Tyagi actually owns 15 shops in Bhagel area of Noida, and those shops are also going to be bulldozed by the authority. Of course, the illegal part as far as those shops are concerned. My colleague Siddhant is getting us all those details. So after illegal construction, as far as his residence was concerned, his shops are also going to be under the scanner. What more details are you picking up, Siddhant?
Well, that's right. ACS Home Avnish Avasthi is personally monitoring this entire development, the developments that are taking place in this matter. And in fact, yesterday evening only, this entire plan was made by the senior officials of Uttar Pradesh government along with the public representatives that there will be a bulldozer action at his at Omax Grand building, the encroachment that he has made. And in fact, there was one pending complaint also of 2019 when residents complained to the Noida authority, and at that time no action was taken. And now we have been told that he owns 15 shops in Bhangel area of Noida. So in fact, there are several complaints regarding those shops as well. So there is a possibility of bulldozer action on those 15 shops. Some of the area has been illegally occupied. This is what the top sources in UP government have been telling me. So at around, so we can expect this action either today or tomorrow. But these 15 shops, which is allegedly owned by gangster Shrikant Tyagi, are also going to get bulldozed. Back to you.
Okay, Siddhant, I also but quickly want to understand that there is now a lot of pressure to first catch Shrikant Tyagi. Many are dismissing all of this as optics. What has been the reaction of the party so far as who Shrikant Tyagi is and what his relationship with the party is?
Well, the BJP has completely denied having any links with this fellow. In fact, the BJP senior spokesperson issued statements also. But one thing is for sure, that this person pretended to be a very powerful person in his society. Also, he did manage to get access with some senior leadership of Bharatiya Janata Party. That is something which BJP needs to check, that how did this fellow get access to a senior leadership of the party. Otherwise, he doesn't have any links with any senior leadership directly. Okay. He doesn't hold any position in Bharatiya Janata Party. And in fact, I've been speaking to the BJP leaders from Gautam Buddha Nagar. They have been telling me that they don't know this person.
Okay.
They are clearly not aware about his existence. So one thing is for sure, he used to flaunt about his contacts. He used to flaunt about.
Correct.
He used to pretend that he's a senior leader of Bharatiya Janata Party, but the reality is not that.
Okay, Siddhant, I'll just request you to stay on with us. We're getting some other updates also now coming in. Now remember, Shrikant Tyagi currently is absconding, is on the run. Now we are understanding, as the hunt only escalates, Rupees 25,000 as a bounty amount has been announced by the Noida police on Shrikant Tyagi. Remember, my colleague Nikhil was also pointing out earlier that it's very likely that we could see a surrender by Tyagi himself today. Nikhil is now back with us. Nikhil, talk to us about the update that you're picking up.
So, Ridhima, this is the announcement which has come from the Noida Police Commissionerate. They have announced a prize, a reward of 25,000 on Shrikant Sharma, who is currently on a run, who is currently absconding. So, a bounty of rupees 25,000 has been announced for all those people who, in fact help the Noida police or the other police who are involved in the same to catch Shrikant Sharma. But you see, the point is, if we talk about the video which had gone viral a few days back, in that particular video, Shrikant Sharma, who is said to be reportedly a BJP person, BJP member, he was wearing a mask. So it is likely to be very difficult for a person to actually identify him and help the Noida police to arrest him. But the efforts are being made. So this is the announcement which has been, now come out in the public domain by the Noida police. So clearly this is the announcement which is seen as a bid to arrest him at the earliest. 25,000 is the amount which has been announced by the Noida police. So the efforts are being made. We have told you, Ridhima, earlier as well, that different teams are formed, close to 8 teams are formed, which are, raiding, in fact, not just Haridwar, Tapovan, Rishikesh, but different places, different districts as well. There are some of the reports that yesterday he was seen, his last location was somewhere tracked in the city of Rishikesh, but not just in Rishikesh or the nearby areas, there are different places as well, because I am continuously in touch with the senior police officials of the Noida Police Commissionerate. They are saying that they are going to make sure that before he even thinks to surrender, even plans to surrender, or even if he tries to reach court, before that attempt, the Noida police is going to make sure that they arrest him at the earliest. And now, in a bid to do the same, 25,000 has been arrested. But on the safer side, the security has been deployed outside the Surajpur court. These are the visuals we are again going to show you, Ridhima, for all those viewers who are now joining us on CNN News 18. These are the visuals of the Noida police personnel who have been deployed here since morning. This is outside the Surajpur Session Court, where the reports are coming that he is likely to surrender. But again, we are reiterating that before he surrenders, the attempt from the Noida police is that he should be arrested at the earliest. The directions have been given clearly from the Lucknow city, Uttar Pradesh administration as well, because what we call it in Hindi, naak mein dam kar dena. This is what Shrikant Sharma has done, not just to the local administration,
so there is now a
but
bounty
to the police
that has been announced by the Noida police as the hunt for Shrikant Tyagi continues. Some other updates also coming in.